Well, hello folks and welcome back. In the last video we prepared our service file. Now the service file is ready to be called, and in this video we're going to prepare our component. Actually, maybe prepare is not the right word. We're going to do a couple of little tweaks that will have this component talking to our server. Pardon me, our service. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to import the service. As we do this, see if you can guess what I'm going to type. I'm going to say import curly brackets. Now this one's something that may catch you out. It's a capital A, author, capital S, service, okay? We are importing that, and where are we importing from? Well, it's the same path as the interface vibe. The only difference is that we have author.service. That's the name of that file, okay? So we have now imported the service file. Yes, thank you very much. Now, when this class of ours loads up, I would like it to immediately have access to author service. And as a matter of fact, I would like this thing to have a variable called author service that it can call upon and can be referenced anywhere in the whole class. So the way that I'm going to do that is inside the constructor here, okay? Just think of this as an ordinary function, like it says hello and you chuck your name in and it'll say hello and your name, right? We are adding something in here. But stay cool, it's a little bit special. It's going to be a private variable because we don't want author service to be available in template or anything. We're only going to be using it within the context of this component. It shall not be available on any other components or anywhere else. It's a private thing. We're going to call it author service, and that is going to be associated with our author service that was loaded from above, okay? So we have a private variable called author service, and that variable is available within our class here. It's not available anywhere else. We set this variable up in the constructor. Somebody's watching this video right now saying, what's a constructor? Well, let's look it up. On Google, we have a constructor as a special method of a class or structure in an object-oriented program that initializes an object of that type. Okay, that's rubbish. See if we can find another one. A constructor is a special method of a class, oh, that's the same. Let's try upstairs. In a class-based object OOP, it's a type of subroutine called to create an object. Okay, I think it's time for a DC definition. A constructor is a special little function that gets fired when our class is loading up, okay? When the class is being loaded up or created, that's when the constructor fires. Remember the difference between a constructor and an ng-on-init. ng-on-init's when the thing does something, when it gets invoked, fired, triggered, called upon. But a constructor happens way at the start of the universe, just when the class is loading up, but not necessarily being called. That's what a constructor is. Now, could you have created the author service variable somewhere else? You probably could. I chucked it in the constructor because it makes things a little bit faster. It means that when we are all ready to rock and we're using this, it's going to be there. It's going to be a part of the DNA of the class, and I hope that makes sense. So that means that if we jump into, let's say, ng-on-init, now previously we had a big giant array thing declared here. Well, stay cool, because now we can say this.authors equals, and instead of all of this stuff going on forever and ever, well, check it out. Now we can just say this.authors is, come on, guess what I'm going to say? Yes, it's going to be this. We're inside ng-on-init. What do you think we're going to say next? Yes, author service, right? We're calling the service. And for 10 bonus points, can you guess what we're going to call next here? It's a little dot, right? So we have this thing, author service. It's the author service. Let's have a look. remember this? Get authors? Yes, yes indeed. Well done if anybody guessed that. So look, get authors. There we go. Oh, and by the way, let's change this dot loading equal to false once we have the authors. I'm going to save that. I'm going to head to my page here, and everything is fantastic. I'll refresh it. There you go. And it was actually so fast that we never even had the loading page. If I just take this out for a wee second just so you can see that we have successfully manipulated the load state. Can you see that? So I hope you'll agree that that's kind of a cool step, right? We have a service. Now our component is calling the service. This is not as complicated as it looks. All we did was we imported the thing. Okay, this is new, right? Added a variable to the constructor. It's private, it's a little bit weird, but fair enough. That's 2 lines of code so far, and then we were ready to rock. We could call the service. Look how easy it was, and we could change the page load state when the service was called. I apologize if I'm being slow and even if I'm being a bit patronizing, but I'm doing this deliberately because I want this to be as easy as possible. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.